guys, so I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about Edmodo, which is a tool that teachers can use to create a website in their classroom. And it looks just like Facebook. So to get started, I'm just going to show you how you can sign in. If you are a teacher, you can create an account, which is really easy to do by clicking on I'm a teacher. You can see that there is obviously username, password, email. All of these things are pretty easy to create. I think the trickiest part for me was just finding a username that wasn't already taken, but that's something that you can kind of move around with a little bit and see how best to proceed with that. Or you can also sign up as a student. Now, if you sign up as a student, the teacher would already have created a page and would have a 6-digit group code, which is a combination of both letters and numbers. So that's something that you would have to give students in advance if you are creating the page. But they can do it from home, or they can do it in a computer lab, provided that they have the 6-digit code. They then would fill out all of the other information, and the email is actually optional, which I know bothers some kids, giving out their email address. So that's something to kind of consider, and then of course they would click on sign up. So for me, I've actually already created just a sample web page for you guys to look at. So here's the page that I created, and as I said before, it looks just like Facebook. So it's fairly easy to use. It's just like a profile page. You have your own picture that goes there. You choose the name that you want to be on there. And then there are 3 main links that you can go to and that students can figure out as well. For the teacher, I want to start with assignments because that's kind of neat. You click on, post assignment, and you have the assignment title that you can choose to create whatever you want. Description of the assignment that would appear. The due date is just like a calendar, so you would choose the date that you would want to appear. You can do a file attachment, Microsoft Word files. You can link to another website, and library is basically a function that also appears up here, which I'll click on for you. And you can add links and files you can access from anywhere, so that's kind of like another link base that students can go to. And you can see that you can attach anything from the library to the posts that appear on the main page, to a Google Doc, which is really useful, or you could have folders set up. Now, I've just recently started this, so I don't have any folders as of yet. So I'm going to go back to home so I can show you some of the things that I've done so far. I've created, just to kind of give you an idea of what the page can look like, I've actually signed up 2 dummy students that I've had respond, just to kind of give an idea. In a few weeks, I'm going to be starting an English 11 class at a local high school where I'm going to be subbing for a while. So I created this page that I would feasibly use for them. And then I put an assignment on here, persuasive writing assignment. There's a due date, obviously, and there's the assignment. You can click right on the link, or you can download it. So this would be the view option, and this would be the download option. And then I also created some different conversations, posts that I would have. This talks a little bit about who you are as an English student, and then I created, responses. What's really kind of neat about the students themselves, as a teacher, you can click on the student, and I chose an image from their image library, so that if the student didn't want to put their picture on there, you can do that. You can view the grades that they have so far, any of the activity that they've been involved in. Now, they haven't posted anything recently, so that's the reason why there's nothing that's showing up there. Groups that they belong in English 11, but if this student, let's say, also had teachers in other classes in the building who are using Edmodo, they can sign up with their account to multiple other groups. So a class would be considered a group. So they could sign up very easily to do that. So that's kind of a neat function. So, you know, I just put a bunch of like different posts on here so we can see. Again, it looks very much like a Facebook page would look. Very easy for students to use. Obviously, they're on Facebook a lot, and a lot of teachers now tend to be on Facebook, even though they have very good privacy settings. They tend to use Facebook as well. So it's kind of a comfort level that you're creating with students, doing something that social networking wise they're familiar with. Now, as far as account settings, if you want to make your account settings a little bit more strict, you can go to account and you can click on settings, and you can really control a lot of things here. So this is where I had uploaded my picture. And as you can see, as I said before, if you didn't want to put your picture on there from a file, you can choose different icons and they would show up as well. If you want to be alerted anytime a student posts something or anything changes really with the page, you choose your email address that goes on there, and obviously you have your own information. You can choose how much of this you fill out as well. Like I didn't do anything with country. I already have a password. I didn't want to change that, but if I wanted to, this is where I would go. I could add the school if I want to. So there's a lot of different options here. This is where I really wanted to kind of draw your attention to. Notification type, I'm choosing email, but you can also choose a text message through a cell phone if you wanted to be alerted constantly. I know some teachers who do that, and they actually carry their cell phone around with them, and that's how they communicate with students, especially if an assignment is due and students have lots of questions. So anytime there's an alert, you can tell there are different choices here. If you want new group members, if they are requesting to join the group, you want a notification of that. So then of course you can save those notifications. So there's a lot of different choices here. Block connection requests, only show profile to my connections. There's a lot of different options here. And I do believe, I have not tried it myself because obviously I don't have a classroom right now, but from what I've been told, you can actually view every post that shows up before it gets published to the page, and then it's your choice as to whether or not you want it to show publicly. So I think that's a big deal because you never know. Kids are a little bit unpredictable, obviously, so they could do a lot of different things. So that was something that concerned me, and I definitely wanted to address. So something else that's on here, when you post assignments, whether you attach them or how you choose to do that, and you have to write the deadline, then it shows up on the calendar, and students can view this calendar. They can print it out, which I think is really great. They can export it if they want to save it in another format. So, you know, essentially if you keep a calendar of due dates in the classroom on a hard copy, that's great, but this is, you know, a way for them to have that as well at home. So I thought that was kind of a neat function. And then also, similar to a lot of different programs that exist now, you can also keep your grades on there, and students can also you know, view those grades. So these are the two students that I created. So obviously I don't have grades on here right now, but I would imagine that, you know, as a student they can click on their own grade and they can see how their progress is, or you can see it as well. So since I created these students, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to log out as a teacher and I'm going to log in as one of these students.